2 years ago, are you going to print everything I say here? 2 years ago, I said, you know, with 23 votes, you can throw somebody out of here. And I would do it today.
Who would you throw out?
Bill. I absolutely would. And I told him that.
You would vote to expel him from?
Yes, I would.
Are you going to make that motion?
I can't, I'd have to have 23 votes. And to get 23 votes, I'll have to get some Democrats to vote for it. And then I'll have to give up something big. So.
Senator from the 23rd.
Thank you, Madam President. May I inquire of the Senator from Shelby.
Senator from Shelby does not appear to be in the chamber. Sergeant of Arms, if you would.
You're being inquired of by Senator Eigel.
Well, I am busy, so tell him I'm not important.
Senator from the 23rd.
Madam President, given that the Senator from Shelby has just called for my expulsion from the Senate under Senate rules, I would like to wait until she can appear on this floor and answer my inquiry.
Did Bill send you to get me?
He's inquired of you, yes.
Tell him I'm not here.
Okay.
Senator from Shelby, do you accept the inquiry? Senator from the 23rd, proceed.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Senator. Senator, I've just been notified that you have called for my expulsion from the Missouri Senate.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Oh, that's you. Okay, let me take the quote.
We were talking about the rules of the Senate and your remark that I should be replaced as a leader because I'm a horrible leader. And I said, well, you can also be voted out of the Senate with 23 votes.
Apparently, you were quoted as saying, with 23 votes, you can throw someone out of here, and you would support such a motion. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So you believe that I should be expelled from the Senate? Is that correct?
I believe that the Senate...
Yes or no, Senator?
I don't have to tell you yes or no.
That's the question. I mean, you're
okay, well, here's my answer to that.
Just a yes or no. Do you think that I should be expelled from the Senate, Senator?
We cannot have in this chamber...
Yes or no, Senator?
...business conducted...
Senator, reporter, are you willing to say it to me in person? Are you willing to say it to me in person?
Did you say I should be replaced?
I think you should be removed from your leadership position. I do not think you should be expelled from the Senate because the people in your Senate district voted for you, Senator. And even when we disagree, that doesn't give anybody in the chamber the right to simply say you have to be silenced. So I do think you should be reduced. I do think you should. I believe that you should be. I believe that you should resign from your position. I would never, ever, no matter how much I disagree with you, I would never call for you to be removed from the people from this chamber under expulsion, Senator, because your voice matters.
I did not call for you to be removed.
That is not what you said. You just said that you believe I should be expelled. You just said that. So let me ask again. Do you believe that I should be expelled for the Senate because I've been out here talking too much in your mind? Yes or no?
I believe that the Senate should be allowed to function by all the rest of the people who were elected by their constituents, and they're not able to engage.
I want to read you something. I want you to read you something that actually come from the people of St. Charles County, Senator. Let's let them weigh in right here. This was a resolution passed unanimously by St. Charles County residents, the Central Committee. These people, these are the ones that elected me to be here, not you.
Yeah, well,
I want to read it. The St. Charles County Republican Central Committee stands in solidarity with the Missouri Freedom Caucus members, the senator from Cass, the senator from St. Charles, the senator from Johnson, and the senator from St. Louis. We condemn the actions of Missouri Senate Pro Tem Caleb Rowden and Senate Majority Leader
Senator, might I remind you, thank you for reminding me, please do not use the names of senators as you are reading things that aren't kind about me. I appreciate you. Thank you, Senator. Please continue.
And Senate Majority Leader, the senator from Shelby, on the morning of January 23, 24, the action taken to remove 4 Republican senators from their chairmanships of subcommittees, revoking their parking spots in Jefferson City, and refusal to hear conservative legislation on initiative petition reform is disgusting, embarrassing behavior that has no place in the Republican Party. We are deeply disturbed that the Senate Majority Leader has allowed the Missouri Senate to devolve into a place of childish antics and petty grudges, meanwhile ignoring the voices of Missouri's great Republican constituents. Further, removing Air Force veteran, the senator from St. Charles, from his chairmanship of the Veterans Affairs Committee is especially egregious. This is a bridge too far. The senator has been sent to Jefferson City to carry out the wishes of his constituents in St. Charles County and the Republican voters of Missouri, not carry water for special interest. It is also known that the Senate Pro Tem has announced his intention to run for Secretary of State of Missouri. Removing his opponent from his positions on 2 separate subcommittees is a blatant election interference, and we will not stand for it. The actions against fellow Republicans by both of the Senate leadership are indicative of failed leadership and a lack of interest in the will of Republican voters. We strongly encourage Missouri Senate Republicans to reconsider their places in Senate leadership so that strong conservative leadership can emerge and lead Missouri to a place where Republican promises are made and Republicans' promises are kept. And yet you call today for my expulsion because I'm making you uncomfortable. And I'm making you and the whole rest of the swamp uncomfortable. And I'm not going to bow to anybody in the special interest that thinks that they can come in here and throw me out of here because I talk too much.
Do you think that it's
And if you think for 1 second that I'm intimidated by you or the Senate Pro Tem or anybody else, and that they're going to silence the 180,000 people in St. Charles County that elected me on 2 occasions by 79% and by 40% in my second election, you have got another thing coming, Senator.
As I was,
and there are others in this state that are standing right now, and they're letting you know that it is your failed leadership. And if you continue on this path, after we took what I actually believe was a positive step today by the Senate Pro Tem, you undid all the goodwill that the Senate Pro Tem just engendered by referring those bills, by calling for the expulsion of members that were elected under the rules and Constitution of our republic.
So,
why don't you make that motion right now, Senator, if that's what you believe?
So I would ask you if you believe that every senator in here deserves to keep their seat here.
I believe 100% that every senator here deserves to keep their seat as they were elected by their constituents.
Okay, so they are basically being blocked.
No, they're not.
From
any senator can stand up at any time and speak on this floor. You know how this Senate works.
No.
Any senator is welcome to inquire of me, debate bills, make the same motions that I'm making right now. But only one senator has called for the expulsion of another senator because he talks too much. Now, we've had senators. I will not be the first senator that has spoken at length on this floor. I am not the first senator willing to stand up for my principles, and I'll stand here till Christmas if I have to. Well, and if anybody wants to expel me from this chamber for being bold about my leadership, being bold about my beliefs, I welcome that. I will not bow. Yet you can take my furniture, you can take my parking spaces. You will not bow me. I enjoy and I am going to continue getting up early in the morning to make the swamp in this place uncomfortable.